Hi friends, let's take one example case study for the data analysis purpose. So I am starting one new tutorial series which takes one case study and then we will further analyze those data and we will apply the machine learning algorithm. So in this tutorial series we are going to use this student performance dataset. So I am going to show you how to collect those data, how to analyze those data in this tutorial series. So before getting all those data, let's try to understand what are the basic steps needed for the data analysis task. So first the task is you need to collect the data wherever the data is available. So data may be available in a one form into another form into another form. So it may be available either in a .csv file, .html or any kind of format. The first task is to collect the data. Once you collect the data, you need to understand those data. You need to manually analyze those data, that how many features are there, how many instances of that. Once you understand those data, you need to import those data into your programming language environment. Once you import those data, you move towards the analysis of those data. You can visualize those data to take the further decision, like whether you want to drop some features or you want to recalculate some feature for the further analysis. Once all those data has been cleaned, you have merged those data, you have completely cleaned up all those data, you can apply all those kind of machine learning algorithm on the top of it to achieve your end goal. So these are some kind of very much abstract step for the further data analysis. Now let's go to our very specific example of student performance dataset. So let's go to the Google first. In Google, just type the UCI machine learning library repository. So there is a huge amount of datasets are available here. So dataset varies from, you can see the iris dataset, adult dataset, wine dataset, and the dataset range from huge variety of things, like from lots of different domain. It will be used for the either regression purpose or classification purpose or a clustering purpose. So we are going to use this student performance dataset in this analysis purpose. So let's try to understand this data first. Let's download it in terms of what we have described here, the collection of data. First we'll collect data and we'll understand data in this tutorial. So the data set is student performance data set. So if you see here, the data set characteristic is multivariate. Multivariate is nothing but you have a attributes which is more than one. So you can visualize, you can't visualize it, but you can represent the individual record in a multi-dimensional space. So it has a more than one dimension associated, more than one feature is associated with single instance. Attribute characteristics, a lot of attributes are integer types only. What kind of task you can solve with this kind of data set? So either you can use for the classification purpose or regression purpose. So a further tutorial we'll see how we can apply the classification different algorithm or a regression like a linear regression, polynomial regression or ridge regression on the top of this data set. How many instances are available in this data set has been given, like 649 total records are available. How many number of attributes? There are total 33 attributes, means 33 different feature, 33 different dimension are associated with individual students record. Now what this data set is all about? Remaining values are like a missing value. There is no missing value, so that's a good thing for us. If there is any missing value, we need to further deep down into data cleaning process. Now what this data is all about, so let's try to understand, then only we can further collect those data and we can analyze those data. So this data is nothing but the student achievements data in a secondary education of a 2 Portuguese school. So there is a 2 Portuguese schools are there, and inside the 2 Portuguese school, what are the different students achievements are there, and those achievement has a target attribute which is nothing but the G3. So that is a third exam, a final year grade issued in a third period, while G1 and G2 corresponding to first and second period. So Portuguese school has a total 2 kind of schools datas are available, and for that 2 kind of data there is a 3 exam has been taken, G1, G2 and G3. The G1 is for the first period, G2 is for second period, and G3 is for the final period. So final period is nothing but our target variable, and those target variable depends on number of different feature like what is been listed here, total 33 attributes. So let's try to understand what those 33 features are there. So if you see, the first one is the school, from which school the particular student is belongs to. Either it will be a Gabriel or it is a Moschino. Okay, so it is a Portuguese name, sorry to pronounce it. The another is the sex, so whether particular student is a male or female. Its age range has been given from 15 to 22. Its address will be like, it's in a binary format, so either that particular student residence is in a urban area or in a rural area. Family size, so it's a less than 3 or a greater than 3. So this way, first you need to read and you need to analyze that what those data is all about. Then P status, so parents cohabitation status, that means the particular parents is living together or it's living apart, so it's a nuclear family or a joint family kind of venture. Mother's education, father's education, these are all given in a completely different numerical formats, like 0 means none, 1 means it has just studied primary education, 2 for 5th to 9th grade, whether it has achieved or not, and 4 for the higher education. That's the same way for particular students, mother's job, father's job, the reason actually why that that particular student has chosen this school. So we there are a lot of other features like how much travel time or study time that particular student has taken to achieve that grades, how many time that particular student has failed, how many extra paid classes has been given or not, either it's a yes or no, it's in a binary format. So activity and nursery school has been attended or not, higher education particular student want to take or not, where how much time that internet access at his home is available or not, whether that particular student is in a romantic relationship or not. So there are a lot of wealth related, health related, how much free time it has, what are the absence, and based on this feature we have a data available for G1, G3, G1, G2 and G3. So all are in a 0 to 20 format, and G1 and G2 are our input variable and G3 is nothing but the target variable. So in this kind of problem, our task is that based on this 32 features, our task is to find this 33rd feature, which is the all those features are starting from 0, that's why it is from 0 to I guess 30. Okay, it's a mistake here, actually 31 is 2 times, that's why. So that our final task is to predict this G3 variable. So that's a good data set for us to analysis purpose. And next lecture we are going to start with how we can collect this data and how we can import this data in our Python environment.